residents of Choa Chu Kang Town, of Woodlands Town, of Sembawang Town, good evening. Our translator, hand signal translator, been working really hard. Shall we give them a big round of applause? After Sembawang West was announced as an SMC, I was walking around a few weeks ago. An auntie came to me, and in fact, more than an auntie, several residents asked me, Minister Ong, are you still in charge of this area? Are we being deserted? I want to assure Sembawang West residents, you are still part of the big Sembawang family. And I would say, in fact, you are part of the big northern family. But for us to keep up these strong family ties, I need your help. You must vote for Miss Polisan. She is my close colleague. You vote for her, she becomes the MP. I can continue to work closely with her. I can continue to pay close attention to Sembawang West. But if residents vote for Dr. Chee Soon Juan and he becomes the MP, he becomes in charge, I cannot do that. I won't be able to do that. Because his job is not to work with me. His job is to challenge me. And his job is to challenge the government. I was watching one of Dr. Chee's videos. He does a lot of videos. This was one of the earlier ones. He always appears with a dark background, lighting so-so, and he will talk, he's alone, he will talk solemnly to the camera. And something he said caught my attention. Because earlier on, I said, after Sembawang West become an SMC, I say Galaxy CC will be used by Sembawang West residents. And Dr. Chee said that statement is controversial. I was puzzled, no? I scratched my head. Sembawang West residents have been using Galaxy CC for the longest time. What's wrong with continuing to allow Sembawang West residents to use it? Then in the same video, he said something else. He said there's not enough greenery in Sembawang West. So he proposed, display some flats to build a park. He doesn't seem to know that residents, we all don't just live within our political boundary, no? We actually get out, right? And for Sembawang West residents, you always go to Admiralty Park, you always take one-stop train to Bukit Canberra. That one we know. Huh? I thought about it and realized why Dr. Chee said these things. Dr. Chee doesn't want Sembawang West to be part of the bigger Sembawang family. Why? Politically, I think he knows it disadvantages him. Better for him that Sembawang West, you become a lonely island, cut off from the rest of Sembawang town. Make Sembawang West residents feel this is unfair, make you feel upset, make you feel angry. Then he has a chance to win the elections. When Dr. Chee decided to contest in Sembawang West, he said to residents that everything he intends to do here, he's doing it for you. It reminded me of the Bryan Adams song from Robin Hood. No? Everything I do for you. Maimuna, you are here. Politicians do make this kind of promise. But for Dr. Chee, I would really suggest, before he does that, he needs to give a better explanation why he abandoned Bukit Batok to come to Sembawang West. It's relevant because he abandoned Bukit Batok. Let me give a bit of background. Before 2016, Dr. Chee was in Holland, Bukit Timah. Then, 2016, there was a by-election in Bukit Batok. So he abandoned Holland Bukit Timah and went to contest in the by-election in Bukit Batok. He lost. 2020 GE, he lost there again. Then when the Electoral Boundary Committee published its report recently, he told Bukit Batok residents, again in the video, he said, "You know," I quote, "You know me, I'm not going anywhere." Shortly after that, he packed up and left and came to Sembawang West. His explanation for going back on his commitment on Bukit Batok was that Bukit Batok is not there anymore because it is now part of a GRC. But the SDP is giving up Holland Bukit Timah this election, which means it has freed up resources. After 10 years of not being interested in Sembawang GRC, it is forming a team to compete and contest in Sembawang GRC. So he could have easily formed a team if he is committed to Bukit Batok to contest in the new Jurong East Bukit Batok GRC. He chose not to. It is just as well, and maybe he slipped. During one of his media doorstop interviews in Sembawang West, he said, "Coming to Sembawang is part of SDP's Northern Strategy." In a podcast recently, this is a podcast called Yala But, when asked why he chose to contest in the SMC, he said SMC is smaller and can cover in 3 weeks. Flyers distribute in 3 weeks. And he acknowledged if he win, it's a beachhead. From the beachhead, win it first, then strategize from there. So I think Singaporeans, Sembawang West residents, we are all very perceptive. We all already know he coming here is a calculated political move. Yeah. I must say, to be fair, there's nothing wrong for making a calculated political move and switching constituencies. Nothing wrong at all. It happens in politics. But be upfront with voters. Don't tell Sembawang West residents, "I'm doing it for you." Most importantly, I think he came here, but he underestimated Polisan. I think he underestimated the strength of the family of Sembawang. So what is this contest in Sembawang West really about? It is about voting for Dr. Chi to be out of Sembawang family or voting for Polisan to be in the family. It is also about voting for Lee San, who has been working hard for you for the past 5 years, committed to you, versus voting for Dr. Chi, who tells you everything he does it for you, when in reality, you are really part of his northern strategy. You are part of his beachhead for a further strategy in future. I believe Sembawang residents, you are fair-minded, and you know who have been working for you all these years. Now let me say a few words in Chinese. 我们行动党的候选人傅离山已经在三巴旺西服务了5年，相信这里的居民都知道，他永远带着笑容。现在他在笑啊，他像阳光一样，很友善、很快乐、很勤劳的一个议员。他的对手是民主党徐顺前博士，他在政坛30年，大家也许有听过。徐博士录了一个视频，背景是暗暗的，他一个人对着镜头说话，他指责我，他说我对居民的一个承诺有问题啊，因为我不久前我说三巴旺西成了单选区，但是 Galaxy 联络所继续属于三巴旺西。徐博士说这是有争议性的，我听了很 blur 嘞 ，blur， 因为三巴旺西的居民用 Galaxy 联络所用了这么多年，继续的用，有什么不对？ 是不是因为 Galaxy 联络所在Sembawang西单选区的外面的边缘？徐博士在视频里也说，Sembawang西缺少公园，不够绿色地带。他建议把一些竹屋拆除，改建成公园。我很吃惊啊，这样做不是要一些居民搬迁，劳师动众，有这个必要吗？多此一举啊！其实我们都知道啊，我们都知道，居民不是住在我们的选区单选区里面，我们会出来的。Sembawang西的选区常常有去 Admiralty Park， 常常有去我们的五级肯贝拉，都在附近嘛。后来我想通了，徐博士他不想把这个单选区的居民啊，他不想让你们继续分享Sembawang集选区的设施，因为在政治上这是对他扣分、对他不利的。徐博士他的计算，尽量让Sembawang西的居民感到孤单，觉得区内没有什么设施，觉得自己受亏待，这样他赢的机会就高了。我向Sembawang西的居民向你们保证，你们仍旧属于Sembawang的大家庭。傅立山呢，他是我的同僚，我们会你选他，我们继续互相合作。我会继续关心Sembawang西的居民。Sembawang镇，Sembawang镇有什么设施，大家一起享用；有什么好的计划，我们一起实行；有 RDS 到柔佛，大家一起用。还有另一点，徐顺全博士放弃了5级8度，来到Sembawang西，我觉得他还没有向选民交代好。这次大选，选区划分报告公布后，徐博士在视频上说：“大家都了解我，我不会离开5级8度。”但是说后不久，拍拍屁股就走了。徐博士说，原因是因为5级8度成为集选区的一部分，已经不在了。他说：“我没变，5级8度没低了。哦，但是那个5级8度。”大牌烧香啊，路名烧香啊，5级8度个低，是迄人无低。徐博士这一次呢，民主党决定不在荷兰5级邦软集选区竞选，所以他们已经腾出了资源。10年以来对Sembawang集选区没有兴趣，这次组织了一个团队来角逐Sembawang集选区。他的党肯定有能力角逐雾朗东5级8度集选区。留不留在5级8度是看你要不要。现在他来到了Sembawang西，向居民说：“我在这里做什么，全是为了你。”但受媒体访问的时候，可能说漏了嘴。他说：“Sembawang西是民主党的北方战略。”人民的眼睛是雪亮的，大家都看得出徐博士来Sembawang西的原因。这是一个政治计算啊。他对伊朗5级8度集选区觉得没有胜算，所以离开他曾经承诺的地区，来到这里。因政治计算而换选区，坦白说没有什么不对，但最少坦白的向选民交代，别说我没变，来了新的地方说我做什么都是为了你，这是对选民不坦白。Sembawang西的居民，你们的选择是什么？选傅立山，大家有一个阳光灿烂、充满正能量，为居民的利益为出发点的一个好议员。选 徐顺前博士呢，他上载的那个视频，我觉得光线不足啊，我们看得不清楚，里面说的话也很难明白他的用意。选富力山，大家将继续是Sembawang大家庭的一部分。选徐顺前，Sembawang西将变成一个孤独的荒岛。我相信Sembawang的居民都是公正的。这些年来，这么多年来，谁为你们做事，大家心知肚明。今晚我跟大家说这些，是希望大家小心投票，请Sembawang西的居民把票投给富力山。他绝对不会把Sembawang西的居民当成他的政治战略，他说到做到，会尽力向大家效劳。Now let me speak in English again. A global trade war has broken out. We are facing a looming job crisis, a confidence crisis. It's preoccupying the PAP government, even as we have to undergo a general elections. In the meantime, the opposition is throwing out all kinds of ideas that the crisis is overblown. The government is just scaremongering. In the meantime, let's subsidize health insurance 100%. Let's remove the price of land in HDB prices, cut GST, and to pay for it, increase wealth tax, which is really increasing your property tax, and then use more of the reserves. Imagine after GE, just imagine, after the GE, opposition takes over government, and all these proposals become realities and appear in newspaper headlines all over the world. What will it do to Singapore's standing? What will it do to our international credibility? Will people still see Singapore as a prudent, responsible government, or they think Singapore has gone crazy, turned populist, and spendthrift? I think that will be the outcome, and we will be punished. This happened in the UK some years ago, when then Prime Minister Liz Truss became Prime Minister, and she announced a set of policies that international community and investors thought was reckless. So the investors dumped the British pound, and British pound went down. Likewise, if we implement all these irresponsible policies now, investors can dump the Singapore dollar. Today, Singapore and ringgit is 3 plus ringgit to 1 Singapore dollar. When you dump the Singapore dollar, become 2 to 1, become 1 to 1. Is that what we want? You know, there was a famous line in our political history. You will know who said it. It says, "This is not a game of cards. This is your life and my life." And what we are witnessing now is exactly what treating politics like a game of cards look like. Now, not many people play cards. People play video games. I think we should update this saying. This is not a video game. This is your life and my life. The PAP government take this looming crisis seriously. Several of the 4G ministers who have tackled crisis before, we know what to do. We have a strategy going forward. For me, I've goyok for Polisang for a long time. I've goyok myself for a while. For me, I've been in public service for 30 years. I've been to transport, education, defense, MAS, NTUC, manpower, and now health. One of the toughest things I've done in the last 30 years is the fight against COVID-19 crisis. It was 5 years ago when we had the circuit breaker Still remember 5 years ago, circuit breaker. I think we can still remember the fear, the anxiety, and the worry. People are worried. Am I going to be safe? Will I end up in ICU? You wonder, is it safe for my children to go to school? You wonder, will I ever get to travel again and take a plane? Can I hold on to my jobs? Those doing business, will my business close shop? Will I able to continue to buy things? From eggs to Maggie Mee to toilet paper. Remember all that? Those were the fearful days. I gone through 3 ministries during the COVID-19 pandemic. When it happened, I was the Minister for Education. We have an immediate decision. Do we keep schools open or close? I went through the data personally, looked at it carefully. I was convinced this virus attacked older people. Younger people, no. Children, quite safe. So we were therefore determined, let's keep schools open. Let's get education continue. Let's allow parents put their kids in school, they can continue to go to work. As a result, our children did not suffer from a break in education. All around the world, they closed schools. Politically, it's the easier thing to do. In some countries, schools were closed for over a year. And this has lasting damage on the kids, even up to now, especially for kids from vulnerable backgrounds. But we kept schools open throughout. We protected our children. We kept their hopes alive. Then we have a GE, and I went to Ministry of Transport. When I went to Ministry of Transport, what shocked me was Changi Airport has become a ghost town. SIA has grounded all their flights. It's scary, yes. I was very worried at that time. Even if economy open again, will Changi Airport still be the same? If it's not the same, Singapore cannot be the same. So what did we do? We vaccinated all our pilots, we vaccinated all the airport staff, the air crew, and we tell other countries, other territories, if we are safe, you are safe, let's open an air route between us, and we call it an air travel bubble. Let's try that. I tried that with Hong Kong. Every time I try, the bubble bursts. Because either they have a cluster or we have a cluster. But you know, the world noticed that we tried. They know that we are determined that Changi will reopen, Changi will be thriving again, SIA will fly again. So when COVID finally subsided and we opened the economy, we had a V-shaped recovery. Today, the passenger traffic of Changi is back to pre-COVID days. At Ministry of Health, I became the co-chair of the multi-ministry task force, worked closely with Prime Minister Lawrence Wong and DPM Gan Kim Yong. It was a grueling period. We had to protect, we have 2 missions. One mission, protect the hospitals. Make sure it doesn't get overwhelmed. Because if it's overwhelmed with COVID patients, many people die. Not just COVID patients, normal patients will die because hospitals are overwhelmed. So if we need to, we must impose social restrictions, prevent the virus from spreading. Second mission, secure vaccine supply. Administer to as many people as possible, then reopen Singapore. So we came out of the crisis, we declared DORSCON Green, February 2023. Till today, MOH celebrate February 2023 DORSCON Green Day, just like we celebrate Total Defense Day. We suffered casualties, there were deaths, but far less people died in Singapore compared to the rest of the world. The whole world could see Singapore's response to COVID-19 was different and effective because government and people trusted each other. Government and people worked together. You know and I know, in a crisis, leadership matters. This is the PAP. PAP is the team that you relied on during COVID-19 crisis. PAP is the team that stood between Singaporeans and the fear, the uncertainty that engulfed the world during COVID-19. The people in turn kept faith with the leaders and did their part. Together, we succeeded. But we do not have much time to celebrate. Now, another looming crisis might be before us. Once again, the people and government, we must resolve to work together. Our tagline, new resolve, secure the future. This new resolve is not just the PAP's resolve, it's our resolve as a people, as Singaporeans. Your vote this time is about what kind of leaders, what system of governance you want at this time, when the peace and prosperity we have known for most of adult life is now under risk. I say, this is no time for political experiment. We already have a system that I think is stable and works well. A competent ruling party that can act decisively for Singaporeans, with checks and balance from the opposition in parliament. It's a system that is stable and works well for Singaporeans. There is no chance of an opposition wipeout in this GE. So vote for what works. Vote for stability. Vote to ensure that Singapore remains safe and stable, even if the world is in turmoil. Residents of the North, this GE is a test for all of us. And we must fly, we must pass with flying colors to build a better life for ourselves, for your children, and for mine. Thank you.